So relaxing on your mat. And just allow yourself to tune into your breath. Because when we tune into the breath, it is that one thing that really draws us into the present moment, into the now. So as you lie there, just enjoy the belly coming down to the breath, down to the belly, sorry. And feel the breath move up into the chest gently and up to the collarbone. And enjoy how long the exhalations are. Notice the quality of your breath without necessarily changing it too much. Allow yourself to root your energies down into Mother Earth, into Gaia. And I like to do this either from the feet, so imagining tree roots growing and burying themselves deeply, or through the back of your body or through your tailbone. But just imagine in your mind's eye these roots burying down to the core of the earth. And maybe today we will see a beautiful golden orb of light at the centre of the earth. Let's check through our chakras. We'll start at Muladhara, root chakra, base of the spine. So I'm going to work with the 5th dimensional energy colours with the chakras here. So I'd like you to imagine a platinum colour at the base of your spine and all through your legs down to your feet as well. Feeling grounded. And now just draw your awareness to the sacral area of your body, lower belly, lower back, and see a magenta. And tuning in now to solar plexus above your navel and mid, back and spine. And this is a golden rainbowy colour, if you can see that mixture of colour in your mind's eye, or just imagine the colour. At heart centre, it is pure white. Pure white. Throat Vishuddhi is a beautiful royal blue. And then for both your third eye and your crown, imagine crystal. If you can bring this kind of image or colouring into your mind. Checking in with how you're feeling today, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally and spiritually. Notice where you start your practice and then maybe how when you feel when you end your practice. So I'm going to come into a lying position and we'll start our normal stretches. So on your next inhale, take your right arm up and over behind you. Just let the hand fall to the floor, and we're going to lift the toes of the right foot into a flexed position and just gently start to push into the heel, lowering the right hip very gently. And as we raise the right arm and spread the fingers of the hand, we're creating space in the waist. Everything on the left is relaxed, just lengthening the right side. And now just point your toes and enjoy a stretch over the leg. This is targeting your stomach meridian. And then when you are ready to exhale, just allow the arm to float down. Palms up, Shavasana. Just have a moment to notice the difference. And then we'll do the same the other side. Inhale, left arm up and over, tuning into how it feels to move the arm and the shoulder joint. And we'll flex the foot on the left side now. Toes lifted, pushing into the heel, lowering the leg, stretching up, and fingers stretched, palm activated. And then point your toes, left side, Ida, feminine side. And then when you're ready on the exhale, allow everything to soften and retract, and then the arm comes down. Palms up, Shavasana. And then a third time we'll breathe in and take both arms up and over. And I like to just gently tuck the chin in ever so softly here. We lengthen through the back of the neck a little, and then just enjoy flexing the feet and then point the toes and flex again, and just moving alternately through, moving the ankles this way. reaching up with the shoulders, creating a little bit more length in our body. And then when you're ready, we'll exhale, arms come down, palms up in Shavasana, and just noticing the difference that you feel energetically through your body through 3 simple stretches. So we'll draw our right knee into chest now, and then hands round the shin. Taking a lovely deep inhale. And as we exhale, we'll bring the forehead up towards the knee, just looking between the legs, and follow the whole breath as it leaves your body. And then gently just hold the body out, external kumbhaka. Inhale when you're ready and come down slowly. And we'll swap sides. Left knee in now. Same again, deep breath. Exhale coming up. And really feel all the breath leave, all the toxins. Inhale down. And a third time, we'll bring both knees into chest. And same again, deep breath. Exhale up. And really emptying out the lungs. So often we only half breathe and we only half empty the lungs. Inhale when you're ready to come down. Don't ever let that become uncomfortable. Just hold onto your knees and you can rock now on your back. Enjoy massaging your spine and the digestive system here. So we'll come up to seated. Coming onto your cushions if that's comfortable for you to sit. Doesn't matter if you don't like it. You can sit with your legs outstretched in front of you, whatever's more comfortable. Let me know if the door's okay still. Just yell at me. Okay, drawing hands to Chin Mudra. And we'll do Paramuktasana 1, which is the warm-up series. So if you want to gently close your eyes, then you can. Or you can watch what I do. It's absolutely fine. So when you're ready, take your chin down to your chest. Just tucking the chin in rather than really bending the head forward. And just pause here. Enjoy that lovely stretch that you get. Noticing how much tension you may be holding in the back of the neck and the tops of the shoulders and upper back. And then we'll take the chin up to the ceiling. Lovely openness in your throat. Still try to imagine a lovely royal blue around the neck. Activating throat chakra, and then gently come down again. We'll do all of these twice. And again, pause here. Notice if there's anything else you can release and relax. And then take the chin up once more. Lovely. And return to center. Tilting your head to your right. And pause, feel the stretch. And then sweep over to the left. And noticing again if there's any difference or if it's very similar. Right again. And left. This is where we really tune into slight imbalances in our body. Come back to center, and then we'll turn the head as if we're gazing over the right shoulder. Sweep over to the left. And even with your eyes closed, you'll have a sense of what flexibility you have here. Let's go right again. And left. Coming back to center. We're going to take the chin down and do a full rotation of the head all the way round in one direction and then the other. And just notice all the funny clicks and creaks that you hear. Other way. Returning back to center. You can blink your eyes open and bring your hands out in front of you. Okay, and then thumbs in, thumbs out. Working the digits, the details of life that are linked with our fingers. And then palms up and down, up and down. How does this feel all the way up your arm? I can feel it to my elbows. And then rotating. Keep all these joints nice and lubricated and moving, and then other way. Clicky wrists. Palms up, lower the shoulders, and then deep breath in. Exhale, fingers to shoulders, and just tune into elbows here. We'll do 3. Maybe one elbow is a little bit more tender than the other, or you can feel it. And then fingers on shoulders and rotating now. Just loosen up what we've got held here. We do hold so much in our shoulders. Childhood issues, anything that's unsolved, and reversing. Other way. This is my favourite move. It loosens everything that's tense in the back as well. Okay, lovelies, come off your cushions. Just pop them aside. We'll extend legs. And then walk out the pads of your buttocks so you can feel your sit bones connect to the mat more. And then we'll start with toes like we did with fingers, and then stretching and then opening and closing. Just wiggling toes and noticing the temperature that you get between the open and the closed toes. And then pointing and flex. Lovely for the backs of our legs, which are the bladder meridian. And then one foot over the other, doesn't matter which, and just rotating ankle both ways. And just staying with what you're doing, being really body conscious and mindful. Just reverse that. And then swap feet. And reversing. Lovely. Release. Bend your right knee, hands under the thigh, and then just a gentle movement of the knee. Doesn't have to be high, just observe how the joint feels today. Whether it's clicky, noisy, gritty. And then hands around the shin, we'll lift the foot and just stir like we're stirring a pot. Checking in with how your right hip feels. And other direction. Hips can be very linked with our movement forward in life and fear or not fear of the future. Placing that leg down. Let's do the other side. So left knee first. How does that compare with the right one? And then left hip, hands on the shin and just stirring like a pot. And another way. Very gentle movements, very simple, but so important to just sort of attend to each joint, warm up before we start. So draw your feet together. Let's come into butterfly. And just have a moment to just softly come forward. We don't have to be rigid here. Just enjoy the stretch on the inner thighs, around the outer hips. We're feeling liver, kidney and gallbladder channels here. And then maybe allow the head to relax forward and become heavy, and that stretch in the back of the neck. Tuning into some deep but soft belly breaths. Noticing what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. And when you're ready, just lift the head nice and slowly. And we'll come to standing. We'll do Earth sequence to start, I think, because I love it. It's very gentle. Anyone who's suffering with anything that just needs to duck out or be more gentle, please listen to your Satya and Ahimsa. So just come over to the left side of your mat. We'll just do one round of Earth sequence, making a diamond shape with our hands. If you don't remember it, just follow me. Breathing in, gaze through the diamond, exhale, arms round and down. Remember this one. It's very like Tai Chi, I think. If you've ever done Tai Chi or seen people do Tai Chi, it's beautiful, slow movement, moving the energy around our body. One more. Try and follow the breath. Right foot. Breathe in. Gently come into the squat. Exhale. Bending knees if you can. Only come down as far as you can. Inhale up, forwards, round and down. In. Exhale. And as you come up, turn to your right hand side. So your right leg is lengthened, your left leg slightly bent beneath you. Bring your arms in front and draw into heart as we inhale. As we exhale, bend into that front knee, leaning forwards. Breathe in, arms back, and then round and down to in front. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Noticing your balance, how strong you feel today. As we come up, we'll swivel to the other side. Left leg is long, right leg bent. Draw into heart. Lean forwards and then breathe out. Up. Round and down. Don't worry if we're all at different stages. It's fine. It's your practice. Once more. So lovely looking and watching you all do it together. Come to the front. Breathing in, and now we bend, fold forwards from your hips, not your waist. And take a moment if you want to pause down here and take a breath. When you're ready, inhale coming up. And this time put a big smile on your face when you come forward. And gently coming up. Lovely. Right foot to your left foot, hands to your hearts. And just close your eyes and hold your thumbs to your heartbeat. And you might just find it's slightly different, not too much. Nice deep breaths. Okay, blink your eyes open. Have a moment, just lie in Shavasana. Even though that was very gentle, I still like you to have that pause. There's power in the pause. Lie down. Allow your palms to just face upwards. And settle into your body, just tuning into whatever you're feeling, wherever you're feeling it. It might take 2 or 3 breaths to really relax your back and your spine. And then you might notice that your chin tucks in, your shoulders lower, the shape of your lumbar spine just finds a natural shape. Relaxing the muscles in your back and your buttocks. Noticing the quality of your breath. Notice if the muscles in your face are in any way tight, releasing around your eyes. Your cheeks and your jaw. And just gently follow your breath. We'll draw our knees in. Bring the right one in first, then the left one. And have a nice little rock and a hug. If you want to lift your head and tuck in, that feels nice. A self-hug. Okay, we'll come into bridge pose and some twists while we're lying here. So bring your feet to your mat, knees are bent, and then palms are face down at the side of your body. Before we move at all, always have an awareness of just engaging the abdominal muscles and pulling in on the pelvic diaphragm, just very gently, and thinking about the place of your feet on your mat as well. So we'll do a few of these. And flow up and flow down with the breath. So when you're ready, engaging, breathe in, lift the hips, lift the body away from the mat. And then on the exhale, we'll start to just really slowly roll down. Bring the upper spine down, curl the tailbone under still. Bring the mid-spine, lumbar, and then roll out. Okay, breathing in, we'll come up again. Clenching in on the buttocks and through the thighs, feeling strong here. Let's take another breath. And we'll gently, slowly come down as we exhale. Just laying our spine down one at a time. And again, we will come up. Deep breath in. And see now if you can bring your shoulder blades just towards your spine to meet. Have a little bit more lift through the chest. Keep the head still. Notice if you rock onto the outer edges of your feet a lot more now and whether you can tack down the inner foot. Let's take one deep breath here. And then we'll part the shoulders and allow the spine to just roll down really slowly. Controlled and gently. And then just extend your legs into Shavasana. Find neutral spine. And just maybe you feel a nice little warmth and tingly in the thighs and the buttocks and the backs of the knees. Very gentle, but still strength building. If you were to do more, then you would feel it more. But it's just nice to feel it. Lovely for solar plexus and the lower chakras. Perhaps there's a little bit of tingliness in the soles of your feet as well. So if you want to draw the knees in and have a nice little rock, you can. We're going to come into twist, a lying twist, which is nice and gentle on the body. So bring your feet back to the same position on the mat. So knees bent and feet on the mat. And then bring your arms out level with your shoulders if you can. You might be tickling each other. Okay, and a little bit like the flow we did earlier, we just want you to sort of rainbow your knees from side to side. Again, engage gently abdominals, and then take a deep breath in. As you exhale, just swing your legs to the right. You might come down to the floor, you might not. As you inhale, bring them up to center. And then as you exhale, over to the left. And just go to whatever degree suits your body today. Again, Satya and Ahimsa. Inhale center, exhale right. And just like windscreen wipers, we're going to continue to flow and rainbow our knees up and down. And as you continue with this lovely slow movement, you can look in the opposite direction to your knees. Don't go to a point of pain. Always go where you are just comfortably challenged. You might want a little breath to pause in a position. That's a noisy one. When you come to the left side next, as you come up to the top, just find your stillness and extend your legs into Shavasana. Again, very gentle, slow movement, but noticing where you feel energetically in the body now, probably in the main section. Lower spine feels warm, tingly. Perhaps if there were blockages there, it's freed up a little. Just enjoy some deep breaths. Okay. The time to pause in between our movements is just as important as the movement and poses. It's time to reflect, feel your chi, your prana shift. So let's draw knees in. Again, little hug. We're going to come up to standing and come into sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. So in your own time, just find your way to standing. Coming up slowly, especially if there's any dizziness. We've been down on the mat for a little while. Okay. See if we can encourage our summer to come a little bit more. So facing the top of the mat, facing me. I'm just this way so that I can go along the mat. Hands to heart center. So sun salutation. Deep breath in. Exhale, arms float down. Inhale, we salute the sun. Gentle back bend if that feels right. Folding forward as we exhale. Bend your knees if you need to generously, if there's any lower back issues. And then we'll flatten the back, hands on shins, look ahead of us. Hands down to the mat, right foot comes back. Gazing upwards. Just pause here a moment and really feel that lovely stretch that you get through the tops of the legs. And then turning back toes under, down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, deep breath as we inhale. Exhale, knees come down and we come back. Inhale, flow through into Cobra or Sphinx, whatever feels right for you. And then down dog. Get that, and now taking that left foot forward between the hands. I know that's sometimes difficult for some of you. Just come into this pose however you can. Feet together at the front of the mat. We sweep up and salute our sun. Okay, other side. Deep breath in. Exhale, arms down. Inhale up. And folding forwards. Lifting the back, looking ahead of you. Left side. Knee comes down. Take your time, gaze up. We'll just have a breath here. Okay, down dog. Lifting that tailbone. Strong arms, ground the finger bases. Deep breath in. Exhale, down and back. Flow through into Cobra or Sphinx. Down dog. Right foot forwards. Take your time or skip this bit. Feet together at the top of the mat and sweep up. Well done. The moon salutation where we flow across the mat. Okay, so come to standing, lovelies. Now we don't always do this version, so you're going to have to listen out for your rights and your lefts. Okay. If we turn towards the mirror, because we start sort of one side of the mat and we flow across. So come slightly to the right off centre of your mat so that you can make your way left, okay? Lovely. Bring your hands to heart centre. Have a moment just to root down through your feet. Take a breath. Okay. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, lean out to your right. Inhale through the centre. Exhale, lean out to your left. Come back to centre. We're going to take our left foot to the side and come into goddess squat. So just a gentle little bend into goddess squat like this. Okay, lift up and turn your left foot towards the front and your right foot in. We're going to come into Trikonasana towards the window. Okay, don't worry if you don't get it this time. You can look at me and check. Trikonasana. Okay, I want you to rotate your right hip forwards and your body forwards into pyramid pose. And just rest your hands onto your top of your shin. Okay, look at me if you need to. Okay, we're going to come down onto the mat into a low lunge now. So a little bit like what we did with the sun salutation. Okay, well done, that's fine. Bring your left foot forwards, and the knee is bent, and the right leg is back. Left. Don't worry if you want to miss this one out. Okay, now listen to me. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me if you want to. Bring your hands to the inside of your left foot, both of the hands, and we're going to rotate the body and onto our heel. So if you want to look round into the sort of position that I'm in, it's like a little bit of a squat with the leg out to the side. Okay, and then we're going to move over to the other side. Just move your body over. Don't worry if you can't get this up. We haven't done this for a long time. Okay, I want you to all join me in a low lunge, facing this way in the room. Face me, and you're in a low lunge like this. Okay? Actually, I haven't come up into the crescent. That's the bit that I wanted to do. Come up into the crescent, the moon part. Okay, bring your hands to the mat. Back toes tucked under, up into pyramid pose. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this way. This is pyramid pose, where the hips are set forward. We're going to lift the left arm up into Trikonasana. And then we're going to come up into goddess squat. You can all still face the mirror. And then you're going to bring your right foot to your left. That's it. Bring the arms up. You lean out to your left. Come through centre. To the right. And then back to centre. Bring hands to heart. Lovely. Well done, because that is not one we often do. I think I've shown you once or twice, and it's matching it all up. Do you want me to just show you quickly how you do it the other way round? So we're like this. We come up, we're in and out. You won't be able to do it lengthways. And then we come into the goddess squat. Then it's Trikonasana. Then it's pyramid. Then we come down into lunge. Hands come to the inside of the foot, and then we rotate the body to the side. We rainbow ourselves over to the other side. And can you see I'm mirroring it? I'm coming back into the same sort of moves like the other one. So we come up into pyramid, open up into Trikonasana, goddess squat, and then we come here, and then it's one again. So there's a mirror to it, like the moon.
It's nice.
It's challenging because you don't know it yet. Challenging because you don't know it. Have a lie down. You know me, I always like to give you a lie down. It's one that I might return to with you so that you do get it. We'll do it slowly. Just have a lovely moment to rest here. It's good to learn new things. It creates new neural pathways in our brains. We like new neural pathways. So as you lie here, just close your eyes gently. Notice your breath. Notice if you see images in your mind's eye or colours, whether there are memories that come up. Just tune into all levels of your being. Again, notice the quality of your breath. There's no right or wrong, it's just observation. So we'll draw our knees in, right one, then our left. We always do that because it's the way the digestive system flows. Have a little rock. Enjoy a massage on your back. It's lovely and nurturing. Let's come to seated and we'll do some floor work. Okay. So let's extend our legs in front of us. Again, walk out the sit bones. When I mean walk out the sit bones, it means just pull the pads of the buttocks so you feel your sit bones connect. Okay, so we'll come into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Inhale, arms up. And exhale forward. Have a flex in your foot. With Hatha, we are very active and in our postures and in our muscles, and just let the hands rest wherever they want to. We use the breath, so as we inhale, the body lifts ever so gently and naturally, and as we exhale, we can explore the forward fold. Where do you notice it most? Is it the calf muscles or the backs of your knees? Possibly your lower back? Try not to let the ego take over and go too far. Just go where you're comfortable and where it challenges your body a little. Belly breaths. And then if you'd like to come into a yin style with this pose, just relax the flex of the foot. And notice if you're naturally, when everything becomes passive, your legs may rotate out a little. And then just allow the body to fold forward a little. You don't have to become so rigid. The arms can come back to the body more. Still with your deep breaths, but a softness and a passiveness to the body. We don't engage any muscles. Everything is relaxed. And then we'll just gently take a breath and we'll lift up. Okay. And then we'll come into head to knee pose. So draw your left foot into the top of your right thigh. And again, we'll try, I love to mix the Hatha and the yin a little bit so that you can feel the different energies or the different sensations. So with the foot flexed, the front foot flexed as much as you can, you're going to feel that stretch in the back of the leg. Inhale up. Lovely length to your spine, nice rigid spine. We come down. Just let the arms float down. You can feel that in the back of your leg. We're triggering a lovely balance to our urinary bladder meridian. And again, just take a few breaths here. Use the breath to come into the stretch. Notice where you feel it most, either the back of the leg or if it's the left hip. And then if you want to come into a yin style with this pose, just relax off of the foot. The leg may rotate, mine does quite a lot. And just to let everything soften. Let the head become heavy. Try and relax any tension in the left hip area. Belly breaths. And just noticing how the pose softens. When you're ready, we'll gently come up. Obviously, in yin, we would hold these poses 3 to 5 minutes with a lot of padding and softness. Extend your legs gently. Maybe have a moment just to roll between the buttocks and notice what you feel in the back. And then we'll come into the other side. Again, we'll try the Hatha. So right foot into the top of the left thigh. Flexed foot at the front. Come into an active, engaged position. Lifting arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming forwards. A lovely length to your spine here. Feeling quite active, engaged. Use the breath and feel whatever you feel. Notice if you like the pose or whether you don't like it today. If it's aggravating something, if it's painful, come back out. Where does it challenge you physically and mentally? And then gently, if you want to come into yin, relax off the tension everywhere and soften. Like you've kind of been dropped on the floor like a rag doll in this position, and just let everything soften. With deep belly breaths, feeling the breath into the back of your body and the back ribs open. And then when you're ready, gently inhale, lift up. Extend your legs out for a moment. Lean back into your hands. Okay, have a moment, just lie down. Or 108, which is a very significant number in yoga. No. Not today. Okay, relax. Notice what you feel in your back, whether there is a sensation in particularly lumbar. Enjoy the breaths here. What do you feel? Where do you feel it? Tuning into your body. And if there is a certain place in your body that, aggravates you or is always a point of pain or sensation, take the breath there. Try to imagine a beautiful blue light and you send it there internally, or like a blue mist, and it just sort of surrounds the body internally and externally. You can visualize the cells being healed, or the muscle or the bone. When you're ready, draw your right knee in and then your left. Again, just a lovely little gentle hug. Roll around. What do you notice when you roll on your back? When you swing from kind of hip to hip area? Is it nice to hug the knees in tighter or have them looser and roll on lower spine? Just enjoy whatever feels playful. Okay, we'll roll up to our knees and come into cat-cow. Often something I do at the beginning of class, but it's nice to enjoy a lovely flex to our spine. As we come into neutral spine, our hands are under our shoulders and knees under hips. I'd like to, rather than moving head and tailbone at the same time, I really like to do this where we start at the tailbone. So when you're ready, on your exhale, start to just turn the tailbone down, and it starts to lift the lower back and the upper back. And then gently, as we come into this stretching cat, we can lower the head. And then on the inhale, we start to turn the tailbone up. The belly starts to drop, the chest, and then we start to lift the head and the neck. And then just flow in this sort of one-way movement, almost like you kind of imagine having like a ball bearing that you're balancing and just rolling up and down your spine. And just go with your breath. Allow it to synchronize. Where do you most feel it in your spine? Sometimes we can identify real, certain vertebrae, often lumbar 4, 5 for people. Feel the connection of the tops of the feet into the mat. Notice the connection of your palms and the base of your fingers. And then if you want to move into wild cat-cow, where we come into normal cat-cow, but we just move into the sides of our waist and like a figure of 8. Just move how your body wants to. There's no right or wrong. Rotating the hips, rotate the shoulders, allow the head to move up and down, gently to side. And then if you want to, you can reverse that kind of move in whatever way feels nice. We will all be doing this slightly differently, but it will feel right for each one. Feel the shoulder blades move, the sides of the waist stretch open. And then when you're ready, coming into a stillness, let's take ourselves back into Hatha Balasana. Take the knees wide. Drop the head down, extend the arms in front of you and just rest here. Feel that stretch in the upper back. And take some deep breaths. Notice if your hands and wrists are relaxed. And feel the breath in your back ribs and the back body. Lovely stretch for the spine here. We're gently going to come up onto our knees and do 3 crown rolls. So just lift up a little, bring the knees together, and then drop the forehead down to the mat. You can place your hands either side of your head. And then when we inhale, I'd like to roll up onto our crown. And as we exhale, we'll roll back to the forehead. Very stimulating for Ajna and Sahasrara. You can just let your head roll back, the nose touches the mat, and then we'll do this the second time. And then last time, third time. Inhale up. And exhale, roll back to forehead, Ajna. Okay, and then ever so slowly, just lift your head up. We've had the head low, so just come up slowly into kind of a kneeling position. And then from here, just turn the toes under so that we can have a lovely little stretch through the plantar of our feet. And then I'd like you to just rotate your wrists around so that your fingers point towards your toes. You might have to take your hands quite far back for this so that you don't overstretch and it become uncomfortable. Just want a lovely little sort of sensation through the inner parts of the arms. This is really good for the yin channels of the arms, which are heart and lung. Okay, and release. We don't hold that too long. Okay, what's the time? Okay, let's come to standing. Nice and slowly again. Take your time in case we found there's any dizziness. Right, so often I do tree pose at the beginning, but I'd like to do tree pose towards the end. So let's open into Tadasana. And if you need to hold the wall or anything, please do. Now, we're quite gentle with tree pose with this one. So weight into the right leg. But if you're only comfortable with the heel to the ankle, please just stay here and hands to heart. And then I like to just kind of play with the idea of lifting that foot. If you're comfortable bringing your foot up, then you can, whether it's below or above the knee to the thigh. It's entirely up to you. But focus on drishti, so a knot in the wood or something on the wall behind me, and just gaze at that. And then just bring your awareness to your breath. Belly breaths. Lovely. Okay, and release. Give your legs a little shake. We won't hold that too long, but it is always good to practice your balance. Okay, other side, left leg. And heel to ankle if that is where you're comfortable and you feel safe. And then you can always play with bringing the toes up. And you feel safe to pop the toe down and up again and down, whatever you're comfortable with. If you want to come up higher or lower, it's up to you. Focus on drishti and then really bring your awareness to your breath. So into the belly, exhale, lovely, and release. Give your legs a little shake. You need to wiggle the hips. How does that feel? You actually all looked better in tree when I've done it at the end of a practice, when we've done a lot of right and left and balancing and stuff, than maybe when I actually do it at the beginning of class. But trees are meant to wobble, we do know this. They sway in the wind, don't they? Okay, I'd like to do a breathing practice before we come into relaxation. So come to your mats, onto your cushions. So we'll do mindfulness of breath, which is a sort of a breathing pranayama as well as leading into quite a lovely meditation. So, and then you can relax to your mats. I like to have a nice long relaxation. Rest your hands to Dhyana Mudra. And mindfulness of breath has 4 parts. The first part, we're going to count the out breath 1 to 10. So 10 out breaths, each one we count. And then after 10, we'll swap round and just count the in-breath, the part of that inhalation. That's the second part. After that, the third part is to drop the counting in the mind altogether and just breathe. And then the fourth part is to really focus on the breath and how it feels around our nostrils, the little feeling that we get on the top of our lip, perhaps how it feels in the chest and the ribs, and just the whole mechanics of breath. Okay, so the mindfulness of breath, basically. So I'll guide you as we sort of almost probably come to each stage gently. So just to start with, close your eyes, become very comfortable in your body and how you feel in your spine. If you need to sit on a cushion or take it away, that's fine. Allow the eyelids to be soft, the muscles around the eyes to relax, and your cheeks. Soften your jaw and your chin. Lower the shoulders from your ears. And then we'll start. So we count the exhale. 1, just in your mind. And just carrying on. Keep relaxing. No need to rush, really enjoy the length of the breath. And after 10, just start to count the inhale instead, 1 to 10. Notice that subtle change, how different that feels. After 10, just try and relax the count altogether if you can. Just breathe. Keep relaxing. And now very gently just draw your awareness to everything that you feel as you breathe now. The gentle suction in around the nostrils as you inhale. And perhaps the warmth around the nostrils as you exhale. Noticing your ribs expand to the side and the front and the back. When your mind wanders off, as it might do, just come back to the breath. And then very gently, when you're ready, you can slowly lie down. Take Shavasana, relaxation now. If you'd like to use blankets and cushions to support you, please do. Something for your knees, soft behind the head maybe. So this is a lovely time for you to relax. We have warmed up all of our joints. We have done some sequence moving, gentle and a little bit more stimulating. Some seated stretches in Hatha and Yin style and flexing the spine. Breath work. And now this is just as important to relax and observe the body and the effects of your practice on your mind, your body, emotions that flow. So as you relax from head to toe, all the joints, face, neck, shoulders, arms, elbows down to wrists and hands. Relaxing the front of your body and the whole back of your body, each vertebrae. The buttocks and hips, thighs and knees, shins and calves, ankles and feet and toes. You have permission to relax. Let go. Allow the body to be in rest and restore. Allow hormones and blood flow to be in balance and harmony. I'd like you to imagine in your mind's eye you're somewhere out in nature. You can choose this. This might be a favourite place that you always go. Beach or woodland, a mountainous lake. Could be your own garden. Allow yourself to feel what season you're in, and thereby the clothes that you might be wearing, the temperature on your skin, and the smell of nature around you. How many smells do you take in from that environment? Notice the amount of light that your eyes take in, whether it's very bright or dim, shaded. Noticing perhaps even the subtleties of the taste that you might connect with this place. And what you hear as you go through the senses, you start to create this picture in your mind that's very peaceful and tranquil. It's a place that you resonate with on earth, where you feel safe, and it just balances you. Notice if there are any animals around you, butterflies that perhaps come close, or birds. When you are at peace, nature often comes close. When they feel no harm. As you lie there, you can take some time to reinforce the strength within your energy centers, saying to yourself that you feel safe and grounded. And that you are loved and lovable. You are strong and resilient. And you are kind and compassionate. You speak your truth with honesty, and you trust. You have a sense of intuition that you follow a lot more. And your connection to Source, whatever that means for you, is strong. So just take some quiet time now. As you lie there, there's no need to move just yet. I'd just like to introduce to you something called segment intending your day. So while you're in this relaxed state, the brain waves are in alpha, maybe theta. I'd like you to think about how the rest of your day will play out. So between now and lunch, know that it will be a lovely time as you move into your lunchtime, having something perhaps tasty but healthy. And then whatever you plan to do for your afternoon, whoever you meet or whatever activities, you'll do them with joy, no frustration, and they'll be easy and not taxing. As you move into your evening and evening meal, this will be easy, nutritious, balanced. And then just intend and see yourself winding down into your evening and ready for bed, and how this will flow and be gentle. Your mind and body will be at ease through all of this. Any conversations you have with people will be loving and careful, caring. And anything that needs resolving is done easily. Just intend these things to happen. Visualize them before the event. And we can often be surprised at how smoothly things go. So if you want to just take a lovely deep breath in and take a nice long sigh, inhale, exhale. Come back into your body with your breath. And then you can gradually start to feel the physical again with fingers and toes, just wiggling them. Maybe you can just rock the head from side to side if that feels nice, just to feel the physical. Have a lovely stretch in whatever way feels good. Stretching arms overhead, stretching legs. And then if you want to hug knees in and stretch through the back, you can. Just be very soft and gentle, there's no rush. In this lovely, slow, mindful state. And then in your own time, you can come to seated. We'll chant 3 Oms together. So just get comfortable. And we can rest hands to Chin Mudra. Eyelids just softly closed. Relax your face, all the muscles in your face. And we'll take a lovely deep inhale. And then just gently draw palms together. We'll rub our palms. Start to feel heat and prana and chi being generated. And placing them softly over your eyes. Allow that darkness to sink into the eyes. And as we blink, we allow the light through. Part the fingers and drawing hands to heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, my lovelies.